I'm here with Gerald, who is a student at the Esports Academy. Gerald, tell me, now, I myself, I've been playing games for a long time. But calling yourself a gamer many years ago and calling yourself a gamer today has, it's very different. Before that, it was very, anyone who played games casually was a gamer. Today, if you call yourself a gamer, chances are you're skilled and someone like you who wants to go professional.
Yes.
So tell me, what makes you say that, what was it that made you say, I want to be a professional gamer?
First of all, in most of the gamers' mindset, in general, they just want to pass time and just have some games along the way. But for me and perhaps some others, they actually have a mindset like they want to go competitive. They have the mindset of trying to win. This is the mindset that differentiate between casual players and competitive players. So with this mindset, we will actually seek out on how to improve ourselves even further, and this resulted in me actually wanting to go professional, way so as to actually it's a sort of achievement for myself and also to achieve something to prove to my family that esports isn't just not possible in Singapore, especially because
but why esports though?
Because for me, right, I actually started out from sports, but injuries has along the way has caused me not being able to do it, and therefore I decided to try on games. Since I play games like occasionally, so I decided to try out perhaps on esports.
Right. What sport did you used to play?
I played football.
Okay.
I did track and field in my first year poly.
Right.
And afterwards, I actually did subsequently outside street football.
Right, so you've been actually quite active in the sporting side of things. Okay. So what's your game of choice?
For my game of choice, I started from League, and now I'm actually playing competitively for Vainglory.
Vainglory. So you've already started playing competitively.
Yes.
So you are a student now at the Esports Academy.
Yes.
What do you think the academy brings to a student?
For me, I realized that the academy, at first I thought perhaps just in general teaching, but I realized that the academy actually covers more than that. It covers also on how to encourage players to actually believe that esports is actually a thing, and also to encourage players on having the correct mindset to actually play professionally and not just treat it as just a game. This is to change their mindset, because some players may along the way give up, but with the academic help, you will be able to benefit more from it and also be able to learn better from it.
Okay, I'm here with FABIEN, who is a trainer at the Esports Academy that is supported by the National Youth Council in Singapore as well as SCOGA. Right? FABIEN, tell us a little bit about how do you think that esports itself has changed in Singapore over the last few years?
Okay, usually in the past when we talk about gaming to our parents, definitely we'll get scolding, the worst will be, get caning from our parents. So the biggest changes what we have in Singapore right now is that we finally get more approval from parents, understanding from parents and even public to let them know that we are not only just gaming, we also hope that gaming in future can be a career to us. Not only by playing games, my baby, event organizing, MC, casting, streaming. So the biggest change is that people start to accept that esports is something that is workable in Singapore.
Right. So it's starting to become a viable career now. Yes. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would say so. So, but still there's a long way to work on it, because definitely still got people don't understand about this, all these things. So what we're trying to do right now is to show them that we are doing something that different from what they're thinking right now, like gaming going to destroy their life or something. We definitely, even for my teams, I also want them to study is a priority definitely, and so hopefully that we can help them on this and let people understand about esports in Singapore.
And what do you say takes to be a professional gamer?
Okay, to me most important is not about just skills, your attitude, your character. You have to learn to know that the difference between a professional competitive player or a normal competitive player, because nowadays people always thought that after I win this tournament, I expect someone to sponsor me, sponsor me. I want to be paid, but we have to let them know that it's what you can do for the sponsors, not what the sponsors can do for you. We have to let them know that gaming is not something that you're playing for money. I mean, if you're looking for money in esports right now by just playing, I mean, if you work in McDonald's, you earn more than you're playing games. You know? So we have to be realistic also. So let them know that gaming is not just about skills. You also must understand the esports scene. You must also know that how important is to be having a good attitude towards gaming and esports.
I'm here with Amos, aka QUATERVOIS from Team Impunity. Now, Amos, tell us, you've been in the esports industry for a little while now, and your team's been around for a while. How do you think that esports has evolved in Singapore, and how do you think we stand up against all the other esports teams in the region?
Okay, so basically, I think that it's growing very rapidly. Definitely, like there are more organizations like Impunity and J3X Esports, etc. So like things are getting bigger for us. So I think it's just a matter of time before we catch up with the other countries and their teams. So yeah, like 5 to 10 years ago, people, even you tell people that you want to pursue gaming or competitive gaming as a career, they will probably laugh at you and think that it's a joke. But then now it's actually possible because there are prize pools, there are organizations, sponsors which actually they pay you. So what happens is, as time goes by, like it's actually growing very fast already. The prize pools are like doubling every season, for example. There are also like more opportunities, job opportunities in Singapore. Like if you're not a player, you can be a coach. If you're not a coach, you can be an analyzer, caster, streamer. There's really a lot of paths you can go as in esports, for example. So I believe that there's definitely more opportunities now, and it's the same for our country, Singapore, actually, like as compared to other countries like the United States or Korea. Like esports will soon become a thing in Singapore also, I believe.
So how much of time do you put into training itself?
Back when I was still in like secondary school, I used to do it like 4 to 5 hours a day. But now studying in JC, so and working also, so I only spend 2 to 3 hours a day. Yeah, at the expense of sleep. Yeah, so every Saturday we will come down for about 5 to 6 hours for actual offline team training, and then the rest is every day, daily, probably after 9 p.m. after like school's over, work's over, you can go home and just play.
Now I'm here with Dennis from SCOGA. SCOGA is basically here in Singapore developed to help build the esports ecosystem. Am I right?
That's right.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about SCOGA, Dennis.
SCOGA has been around for the last 10 years. In fact, this is our 10th year. I've been part of SCOGA, one of the founding members ever since. But I only came in, I think, full-time recently, I think about 2.5 years ago. I saw, there's a lot of opportunity and a need, to shift, I think, the market in a certain direction. And, from market forces all over the world, I think esports is really booming, and it's the right time, I think, for Singapore to really capitalize on this boom. And some of the initiatives that we have, for example, the Esports Academy, are part of, I think, that strategy to help build that ecosystem and grow, the pie, so that more people can be involved in this and exciting industry, whether as a professional gamer, a business, or an individual, for example, a streamer. I think there's a lot of space in the market right now for people to coexist and to collaborate and to be successful.
And in terms of now the Esports Academy is supported by the National Youth Council.
That's right.
How do you think that helps in terms that now you've got backing from an authority of sorts, a government body? How do you think that helps with the acceptance of esports as a viable career opportunity in Singapore?
Well, I think in terms of acceptance, I feel this is something that time will eventually tell and resolve as well. There's not, I don't see a need for the rush or anything. definitely being being funded and supported by the National Youth Council, which we are extremely grateful for, helps a lot in what we are doing. We are able to create this academy. We are able to help gamers in a larger capacity to grow, to expand their knowledge and capabilities. So I think that's really the focus here, to enable a new generation or a current generation of gamers to go the distance and to make their journey in esports meaningful.